My name is Stephanie Pichet. I'm the owner of Legacy Catering, as well as its parent company. I'm the president of Legacy Expo Incorporated. I've been studying wine at wineries basically all over the world, so I could come in here and share my knowledge. So today's workshop is something a little bit different that people haven't seen here. This has actually been based down in Southern Ontario in the Niagara region. It's called Wine Awakenings. Now, Wine Awakenings is essentially a leisure education kit, is what it's called. So we have a white wine kit today, we have a red wine kit. One of the reasons that these kits were developed is because to actually experience wine or food, usually you're using most of your senses. And unfortunately, or fortunately, your sense of smell is sometimes called the speechless sense because you can't always find the words. You actually have to train your brain to identify a word with smell. So you never learned what a rose smelled like until you actually smelled a rose and someone told you that's what that smell is. And eventually your brain learns and actually stores that information, so the next time you smell that smell, or the more often you smell it, you'll notice it. So today I'm offering a classic champagne from Nicolas Marial from the Champagne region in France. And we're also specializing or showcasing something a little bit more unique, and it's actually called a demi-sec, which is slightly sweet, and it's actually from the large house of Veuve. One of the things to look for in the characteristics in champagne is for the small, tiny bubbles. As much as you hear the song about tiny bubbles, that's exactly what it's meant for. You should never fill a glass any more than about 2/3 full, and actually probably the colder the better is usually the way it's done. The champagne method is unique just for the fact that they have a double fermentation process that actually creates these tiny little bubbles, and that's basically the oxygen that's sort of released in it. And there's a lot of history, and surprisingly enough, as much as people have been drinking it for many, many years, it's actually only been about the 19th century when champagne was actually created the way it is today. And even before then, or you actually say after then, it's actually always been drank really, really sweet. So the actual classic, very dry champagnes that you're used to today is something that's actually very recent. So I invite everyone to take a look through their LCBO at the sparkling wines and try to take a little focus on something from the Champagne region, because I think